Gon' give it to you. Wait for you to get it on your own. X gon' deliver to you. Knock, knock, open up the door, it's real. With the non-stop pop out and stainless steel. Go hard getting busy.
What's going on, everybody? This your boy Mike, and I'm here to bring you my very first Fear the Walking Dead review for the pilot. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be doing a review for every episode. I might not be able to get them out the next day. I've got a lot of stuff, personal stuff going on right now, man. So I really do apologize if I can't spit them out real quick within the next couple weeks, because I really do have a lot of stuff going on. But I'm going to try to get them out as quick as I can for you guys. You know, at least by Tuesday of every week, I will have a review up. I want to, start off by saying that I think Cliff Curtis's character in this show is going to be really awesome, man. Like, just in the first 90-minute episode, I bonded with him already, just because, the kid's a drug addict. He's claiming he's seen that somebody eating people, and everybody's telling him, and he's crazy, you know what I mean? And Cliff Curtis, from what it looks like he's a English lit teacher. That's what it looks like to me, but like, he was the only one that, really listened to him and went and scoped it out for himself, you know what I'm saying, instead of just saying he's crazy. So to me, that was really awesome, you know what I mean? It's going to be a lot different than, the original show, just because the original show, we got a bunch of random people who just kind of came together. This one's going to be more or less like a family, you know what I mean, trying to survive together. And that's going to bring another aspect to the show. We're not going to see a bunch of, like, zombies and stuff, or walkers, like we do in the original. We will eventually, I'm sure, but just for right now, at least for the first season, they're gonna look like me and you, but with blood on them. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna have a lot more flesh on them. I seen a lot of people on Facebook whining and crying and, oh, it was slow and this, that, and the other. Let me break it down for you real quick. It's gonna be slow. The first episode was gonna be slow. I mean, there was no way around it. They are trying to connect us with all these characters before the shit hits the fan. So I knew the first episode was gonna be kind of slow, but by the end of the episode, it picked up quite a bit. You know what I mean? I was none at all unimpressed with the episode. I thought it was great. I thought they did very, from what we've seen so far, the writing has been fairly good. If you watch my video prior, I'll throw it up there for you if you guys want to check it out. But if you watch that one, I pretty much tell everybody that what I thought they were going to do it's pretty much just going to be the outbreak in the very first episode. The first season is just going to be mainly just the outbreak. No real crazy stuff like the original show is going to happen in the first season. So you can just hang that up. They might surprise us. But I think this whole at least this first season is going to be just the outbreak and everything that kind of took place while Rick was in that coma. This kid right here, I like that kid. That kid knew what was up. He knew what was going on. And everybody just kind of, told him he was crazy too. I guess that's like the biggest thing for me. Like, you want to just jump through the TV, because it's like everybody's telling all these people they're crazy, and it's like, us as viewers, we know what's going down. You know what I mean? So we're just like, come on, people, get your mind right. You need to go at least check it out. When they was all starting to evacuate the school, whatever, and that kid was on the bus, you seen him again. You seen that look that he gave Kim Dixon's character. I think her name is Madison in the show. Now, I'm still trying to learn all their names, but I believe her name is Madison in the show. But that look he gave her, man, when he was on that bus, it was just like, gotcha, bitch. You know what I'm saying? It was like, I told you. This guy here, I guess ain't a whole lot to say. We didn't see him much. I doubt we'll see him again. That was pretty cool, though, to kind of see. I thought for a little while, I don't know why, I was probably halfway paying attention, but I thought for a minute that her boyfriend was the guy that got killed at the very end of the show. So I was wrong about that, obviously, but for a minute there, I thought it was him, because there was a little bit of foreshadowing. Because if you've seen, like, her phone when she was texting him, when she was waiting for him, it said, you better be dead. So that's I guess that's kind of probably why I thought it was him. Not to mention, we really didn't see him much, so I didn't really, it was like one of them things where you see him, you're not going to remember his face like 15, 20 minutes later. Walker bait. I really thought Frank Delane's character, like, was really well written. Like he played that part. Nick, I think is his name is, but he played that part like awesome. Like it was real. I really enjoyed watching him. At first, I was a little weary about him because I seen some interviews, you know, them little short ones that we seen from AMC. I seen a couple of those with him talking, and it's like he's really weird. You know what I mean? I mean, like you might not notice he was on one of the Harry Potter movies. I think Half-Blood Prince, maybe. I don't know. I can't remember. There's so many of them, but he was on one of them, and I've seen all the Harry Potter movies, and all the Harry Potter movies I thought was pretty decent. So, I mean, obviously I didn't think he did horrible in that, but I think this role right here, he's doing really well. Now, we see a clip real fast from, you know, after the episode was on, they did one of those things on this season of Fear the Walking Dead. We seen a really quick clip of him laying on the couch. His foot was bleeding, and they had a wet towel on his head. Now, at first thought, I'm thinking, okay, he got bit on his leg or on his foot or something. But I don't. It could be he's going through withdrawals. Now, somebody mentioned that to me earlier, and I got to thinking about it, and I was like, you know, I didn't really think about that at first because it's just really quick. You know what I mean? But that could be what it is. He's probably going to go through withdrawals. And they're going to have to deal with all that on top of everything else, too. I think the biggest thing that I didn't like about Nick's character was the fact that the whole episode, he looks like he was trying to audition for season 2 of The Flash. That boy did the Forrest Gump run. But no, for real, like, the dude was running for like half the episode. Over half the episode, he was running away from everything. Now, her daughter and the kid who plays Cliff Curtis's son in the show, we didn't really see too much of either of them this episode. I think it was more focused on building Cliff Curtis and Kim Dickens' character so we can attach ourselves to them. From the looks of things, next episode we're going to be meeting another family, and they're going to be kind of, you know, with them, they're going to combine, and they're just going to be one decent group. But I mean, you know, they don't look like there's a whole lot of... I mean, if you just want my honest opinion, they don't look like there's a whole lot of survivors in this show. Like what we have in Walking Dead, you know what I mean? All of our survivors in The Walking Dead, they look like survivors. You know what I mean? I mean, I don't know if it's just because we've been in it so long in The Walking Dead and this is still fresh, but the characters just look more like survivors. Like the family that they're supposed to be meeting, I think maybe next episode or the episode after that, it's like an older couple. You know what I mean? I'm not hating on old people, but I'm pretty sure, you know, old people ain't gonna survive a zombie apocalypse. So I don't think that we're gonna have very much. Now, when I say old, I'm not, don't get me wrong, I'm not talking about 40s and 50s. I'm talking about like 60s and 70s, okay? So just calm down. Don't hate on me. I'm sorry. In case you guys didn't already know, it has already been picked up for a second season. So that's, you know, always good news. And from the article I seen being passed around in a couple groups, the show actually broke cable records. So that is really awesome. Go Kirkman. Now, a lot of people are talking about, you know, the two shows combining, they doing like a crossover and thing. I don't think that's ever going to happen. I do think that Fear will catch up to the Walking Dead timeline. I don't think we're ever going to see any of those characters on The Walking Dead, though, and vice versa. Now, you know, I say that because you got to look at California, and they're at Washington, D.C. right now. It's going to, like, there's... I don't see how it could be even possible for them to have a crossover like that. Now, this just could be me, but what I felt was the show brought a real aspect to it. Like, with all the stuff going on, you see like the traffic jam when they're in the traffic jam, and you know how Kim Dickens' son Nick, you know, just flips out whenever the kid that he shot is gone now. You know what I mean? It's got a very real feel to it, and I really like that. And, you know, whereas a show like Z Nation, I love Z Nation, don't get me wrong, I like watching Z Nation, but, you know, watching the whole season of Z Nation, and I still could care less about any of the characters, you know, whereas this, the very first 90-minute episode, by the end of it, I'm like, okay, you know, I like this guy, you know, I'm starting to bond with this guy. This guy's, you know, he's not acting like everybody else and just calling people crazy. He wants to know for himself. And it seems to me like he knows a lot about survival too. So that's going to bring a really awesome aspect to the show. Other than that, that's about all I got for you guys. I want to know what you guys thought about the show, so leave a comment below. We can all talk about it. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. It always helps out the channel. Like and subscribe. Love you guys. Dead to Zombies. You guys rock.
Give it to you. Wait for you to get it on your own. X gon' deliver to you. Knock, knock. Open up the door and spread.